Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Very Sky Read Ellie's video blog, also known as San Juan Island Prepper or Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Fleet Admiral Crapping McCoffee. So, let's go and do the first part of the book. Let's get the book thing out of it. I made a promise to Zoe. As soon as the book was released, we would give you the link. So I'm going to post the link in the comments right there. Hopefully it goes. Nope, it's too big. Well, the link is in the description. All right, so let's just go over to present, screen share. I'm going to say I'm very proud of Zoe. We all are proud of moderator Zoe. Book is by Zoe. It's called What's So Funny About Depression. She needs you guys to look at it, select it. There's Zoe right there, her picture. So you guys can see it, right? Let's look. What's so funny about depression? There you go. Yeah. This was 3 years in the making, people. 3 years. Well, I encourage you, if you don't have the $15 to go buy the paperback version, throw a bone and at least buy the Kindle version. It will be entertaining and it will knock your socks off. Of course, we're still waiting for shipping and delivery and yada, yada, yada. My paperback. Apparently, Zoe's dad, we don't know much about him. Seems cool. He's got his copy and he's loving every minute of it. So we're just trying to sit here and tell you that this book is sponsored because it's sanctioned by Zoe herself, our own moderator. Way to go, Zoe. Yay to Zoe. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. So if you don't have well, let's just zoom in on this. Let's zoom in a bit, right? Let's zoom into like 150. Here we go. If you don't have here we go. If you do not have the $14.99, go plunk down $7.99 and check it out. I mean, literally, it is a real wingding. It's a real zinger, I tell you. Zoe, we're all proud of her. Yes, we are. So the other topic is going to be prepping and more. Now, this would be a good book to buy or buy multiple copies. Give one to your mom, your dad, grandma, your grandpa, your niece, nephews, friends, family. Just keep the books Why? Because everyone should have a copy of this great book. Took 3 years to make. 3 years to make. Yeah. And as I promised, I told Zoe we would once my copy comes, I will sit down with you all and I will have it in my hands and I will personally, So if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing this shirt, well, I'm wearing something that my nipples might show, so I'm being very polite. So there you go. So I'm happy to report to you all that the book is finally out. Yeah, so for all you out there, you guys need to check out What's So Funny About Depression. Our own beloved Zoe wrote it. Yeah, it took 3 years. 3 years plus an additional 4 months just to edit the damn thing. Let me tell you, the editor, now that the book is out, I'm going to basically spill the beans on something, okay? Big news here. Not the other news, you guys get to wait till next month. But this news is stupid, okay? But funny. Zoe learned the hard way not to spend, say, $30,000, $50,000 on an editor. That money could have went in her pocket. Yeah. I mean, she hired an editor to edit this book. The editor did a damn piss poor job. So way to go, Zoe. Zoe, she edited it. She learned it. Took an additional 4 months. But guess what? It is done. Personally, I would have liked to see this out at Christmas time, but it wasn't going to happen because, well, apparently the editor went on vacation, I think 3 weeks right before Christmas and after Christmas, so a total of 6-week vacation. But Zoe got it done. She was, Now, we got some other big news coming down the pipe. I want to show you this for some of you. Right there, if you can see it, I have a big old hurdy on my arm. I know. Let's just get out of the screen share. There we go. Now, can you see that? Can you literally see the hurdy on my arm? Yeah, you can. There you go. See, right there. Yeah, I know Higgins was wondering what happened. Yeah, rolled off the bed onto the baseboard heat. Ouchie, ouchie. Still hurts like hell. Got some ibuprofen and some other stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, so we're all very proud of Zoe. Yes, we are. So, got some big news coming down the pipe. Like I said, I cannot share it with you guys right now because, well, it is classified, but I am working on it. I just finished up another project tonight. My adopted niece came by. She's taking Zoe knows her, Kaylee. She's taking driver's ed and her internet. She was doing a Zoom thing, and if she got kicked out of Zoom for more than 10 minutes, she would not be able to get her driver's license and driver's test. And so she ran over here and said, Aunt Rita, can I use your office and the mic and laptop on the thing? Yeah, go ahead. I'll close the door and let her do her thing. Of course, Moppy was. So, but anywho, so story for you all, quick story. So this morning, I've been napping off and on all day. What happened was I had to get a nap in, so I told Zoe, contact me. My phone ringer is on. I could clarify that. See where the button says up and down? The ringer is on. The ringer was on 6 to wake me up. Fortunately, Zoe never called me. I don't know what happened. Oh, well. She's probably taking a snoozer herself. Busy time for her because of the whole book publishing and, trying to line up a thing where she'll sit down and sign books for people, stuff like that, autographs and books. And it's a busy time, yeah. Mm-hmm. So in the meantime, I waited for her because we had business to discuss and take care of. That didn't fell through. Oh, well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is what it is, right? So anyways, books published. You preppers out there, I got an inspection coming, so I'm lightly cleaning. And yes, this is dinners. Yeah, my ramen, as you can see, I stacked it up there. I got a turkey to cook soon. Turkey as a prepper. I love a good turkey. I finished up a project tonight. Sent the notes over to Higgins. This project was a personal project based on my spreadsheets. So I'll have to break down part 2 of the spreadsheet section for him, but I'll do that tomorrow due to the fact I'm kind of a little tired and cranky. Another nap, I think, is due in order because I have to stay up tomorrow. I'm hoping to meet up with Zoe, give or take. Mm-hmm. So my point is I am relaxing. Relax. Get to it. Do. Yeah. So anyways, so the plan is I am going to be whatever. So yeah. But anyways, had a nice talk with Higgins about politics tonight. We usually don't discuss politics, but I gave him my opinion on something. Yeah, I think he agrees. He told me he's got business tomorrow. Can't divulge that info. That's private. But yeah, so it's a little yeah. So anyways, book's out. I'm excited for Zoe. I just hope Zoe's okay because I saw her this morning on Messenger and she's like she what was it? She made she said something like need coffee. Yeah. Oh yeah. It sounds like that one. I think it was a cartoon or something where he's like need coffee. Oh yeah, Homer Simpson need donuts and said need coffee. So and I told Zoe my ringer's on. Give me a ring. I had some Social Security business to do. Apparently, I had to fill out 3 stacks of papers and get them mailed. They keep pestering me about filling something or other out for Chloe. So I'm like, you know. So I've been playing a game, a big one game. I probably put in 200 hours on so far called Room Factory 4. Great game. Been doing that as a prepper, passing time. So yeah. And so that's all I have been doing. Off and on, I've been tidying things, broke down my boxes. I'm getting ready to finish up the couple areas, get it steam cleaned again. Then we're ready to go. Kitchen shouldn't take too long. I just got to organize and wipe down the cabinets. It doesn't take too long, just a little elbow grease. But when you're lack of energy and lethargic, and you're worried about a project that you need to finish, which you can't finish because the project hinders on 2 people, then you're just loafing around, waiting. Napping and waiting and napping and hoping like hell because they're the 2 people, they're Eastern time. So you're just like, oh yeah, Eastern time. So while you're waiting, you're just waiting patiently. So, that's it's just a pain in the butt, So, let's no coffee. Let's have a little coffee. So I don't have much time tonight, but you guys get your video tonight anyways. So we will be sitting down soon to do an event with Zoe, mind you, Zoe the Meisterburger. Zoe the Meisterburger. We're gonna have a little celebration. Yeah. Soon. Maybe with a little Irish cream. We're gonna sit back. Each of us have a bottle of Irish cream or 2 bottles of Irish cream. It's affordable, the stuff that we drink. And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Zoe's book in depth. We're not going to talk about the plot line. We're going to say, I'm going to maybe put together some questions for the author. People need to know this author. This author is going to be known to the world over, We can't all sit back and keep the author hidden for life, The author needs to come out, And the author needs... 3 years. I have questions that I've never even thought of sitting here worried about today's battle plan because I haven't heard from the lovely Zoe today. I just hope I didn't piss her off by taking a snooze. I actually left my alarm on, my phone ringer on so she can ring me like, yeah, I'm coming by. Okay, cool. Well, my nap's done. But instead, I just slept and slept and slept. Oh, yeah. Good coffee. Yeah. So, the lovely Zoe, one of the questions I have for her that maybe she can answer when we do the grand viewing of her book, and when it's, the book show. We're doing a book show. We're not going to basically ask in a poll, shall we do a book show? We're going to be doing a book show. Okay, I promise Zoe. So, the point being is the book is out. My question is, what got her into thinking about writing this book? Yeah, what triggered it? Was it the pandemic? Being cooped up? Like being cooped up in a chicken coop? Maybe that's where they got the definition, cooped up. You're cooped up in a chicken coop. Play on words, But anywho, the other day I was walking to town, and these people from Austria was there. I guessed Austrian first, Germany second. The accent. The little girl kept pointing at me. I was wearing my red coat, my red boots. I have these little waterproof boots that you guys know about for Christmas. So I wear them everywhere, basically. I put them on and I wear them everywhere. Because basically you don't know when it's going to rain in this town. Well, Because when it rains, it rains. So let me tell you the story. So I was walking with my old Santa hat, not the new one Zoe got me, the old Santa hat, and this girl, Santa! So I just, said, no. So, anyway, I am happy to report, like I said, that the book is finally out. Yeah. And because of it, um, yeah, I highly recommend getting this book. Yeah. And so what we're gonna do is, my question is, what made her motivate to write this book? It'd be interesting. I mean, people would want to know what the author, maybe she can also, if it's a popular book, can get it in movie format. Some people don't like reading, so maybe they'd like to see it in movie format or even in a mini TV series. That would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, think about it. So these are the things that I've been thinking about working project-wise, off and on, doing other things. But yeah, I mean, think about it. This book is going to be amazing. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, hypothetically, from two people got the book and started reading and they can put it down. So that tells you right then and there, damn good book. Yeah. Damn good book. Yes. My husband wanted to be a writer, but well, what happened with him. So we won't even go with Aaron now. We're going with Zoe. This is awesome. Zoe got her book published. Yeah. Published. Published as published can be. Yeah. And you all, since we are sanctioned by our own beloved moderator, and we have been given permission to talk about this book, and we have been sponsored by this. No, we're not getting paid for it, but, got to give her some free advertising somehow. That's one of the things that we're working on right now is the advertisement problem, but don't worry about it. That's my job, not you guys. Yeah. So, anyways, that's a project coming up in a couple weeks or more, but we have some big announcements coming up. Give me till the 15th or so of May, and I will give you the skinny. I might do it early, I might do it later, but give or take between the 7th and the 15th, I will give you some great news. It's not great news, but it's gigantic news. It is news that is not the word great, but like a great sword. It is amazing. Yeah, the news will blow your mind away. Yeah. It will blow your mind away. Yes. So, anyways, so all in all, it's a pretty damn good day. Yeah. So, anywho, yeah. So, I wanted to share that with you all. Higgins and I are working on a computer project. No, we're not getting him a new computer yet. He keeps asking for one. Dude, take a chill pill on a new computer, okay? And before we go and buy anything, Higgins and I are actually researching tablet computers. No, we're not talking about the full laptops turned into a tablet. We're talking about the little ones that were designed for gaming. Yeah, that's right. So Chloe wants to get one or two. She wants them for Elder Scrolls Online, which we know Elder Scrolls Online will work with a controller, whereas Path of Exile will work with a controller. That I know. Higgins is probably sitting there going, what? But Guild Wars 2 does not work with a controller, so enough said. Yeah. So, anywho, I'm hoping tomorrow is a better day where I only have one phone call to Social Security, which the guys call me back tomorrow, and then I can go to town, give or take, if the weather is decent. I heard tomorrow's weather is supposed to be El Reno, which would really, And let me just tell you something, okay? Now, I love all of you. You know that. Now, there's people in this world. Okay, so it's gonna be El Reno till the next Monday. Wow, this is gonna be really okay. So there's people out there in this world that I have compassion for. They get depressed. Yeah, they're depressed. They gotta some people, some of you people out there, they say, well, I don't understand why someone's depressed. Or some people say, well, how come the depressed people want to latch on to someone when the other person's not depressed? Think about it. Think about it. I mean, I grew up in a world where my family got depressed. Some of them did. They didn't even know how I could be happy-go-lucky all the time. Yeah. And you guys are sitting there thinking, here comes a story. There is a story behind this. Yes. You see, when I grew up in the world of video games. Yeah. And those video games kept me going. I remember times when we had snowstorms in Quincy. Me and my husband would just park our butt and play Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. We were oblivious to the weather outside. I'd look at my husband and I'd say, someone out there in the world's depressed because of this. He'd be like, yes. You see, the problem with depression is this, okay? Everyone has their own form of depression. Hell, I get it once in a while too, over stupid things. Yeah, I'll admit it. Stupid things. I mean, literally, I get depressed over the most cornballish of things. But I get depressed too. But the weather ain't one of them. Now, when it rains, I can go outside and be like, oh, look, it's crappy, shitty weather. I'm going to go climb in my bed and sleep like my neighbors. Or I could sit there and be like, oh, well, it's raining today. Oh, it's going to rain for 5 days. I might as well just pull out the old game system. And... By the way, my new joystick controllers I picked up, which I told Zois I was going to. $75 for this. But you know what? It works better than the main Joy-Cons that are built into the slide off the switch. I mean, I still got the little plastic there. But you know what? I'm loving this controller, man. So the other day, Chloe said to me, not Zoe, Chloe, get another one. Okay. So another one's going to be ordered. Yeah, thanks to Chloe. Now, like I said, there's people out there that get depressed and they need others. They need to be around people. And that's because those depressed people need to be cheered. Now, I grew up in a world where here's a video game. This will take you 80 hours on playthrough 1. Get to it. When I get through playthrough 1, there's another video game delivered. Why? Because that is how my family rolled. Yeah. I mean, literally, my family, they'd open the door and be like, oh, it's raining. Okay. Whereas me, my sister, the reason she didn't get depressed that often growing up is she'd open the door, see it raining. She'd be like, Mom, I'm going to the arcade. And she'd go to the arcade. We already had whatever we needed at home anyways. Heck, my mom even had a billiards table. We always had entertainment, and that's how you perceive it. Now, some people say, don't you get depressed or lonely? Honestly, I do. And let me tell you, okay? Now, sometimes people think I'm not truly a good friend either. For example, me and Higgins was talking about this. Yeah. Like, for example, Higgins has been waiting for those reports for a while. And, we finally had his heart-to-heart tonight. And he knows that mostly I'm a hermit. And I like to be left alone. However, I don't like to be left alone all the time. I like to have structure in my life. So, for example, I'm working on this project for Zoe, right? Big project, right? Things revolve around other people, not just me, not just Zoe, not just Higgins, not just Toilet Man, not just whatever. Okay, I'm just throwing names out there. But because this is so big, we're relying on other people for the information and the data we need to proceed. Without that data, things go through the roof, okay? We're not talking bad news. Well, we are, but we're not. I'm not going to get into details. I can't. But point is everything revolves around other people too. So while I'm sitting here, okay, I like structured. So yesterday I was working a long time. I think I worked till like 7 o'clock maybe with Zoe before I told Zoe, go take a rest, get something to eat, watch the TV, I'm like an angel. I'm like, just take it easy. We'll figure it out tomorrow, right? Well, yeah. The problem is when it comes to this whole problem, while I'm sitting there waiting for structure, okay, here's what I was kind of semi last night. I always make jokes to sister Zoe about selective hearing things. She's selective here of what she wants. I said, look, till we get the information and the data, your main focus is, it's like the book. When I was sick, I said, look, I'm sick. Your main focus right now is to get this book published. Priority one, publish the damn book. That's what I said to her. I was at coffee one day and I looked at her and had my coffee and I was drinking it. And the guy, he's a sweetheart here. He's like, oh, you need a refill, Rita? I'm like, thanks, Danny. I said, you're priority one. And I put my finger. And, sometimes, I mimic people, I know Zoe is doing it. She's like, don't do that. Okay. Well, the day I did it, it was kind of funny because selective hearing, I was like, I knew she wanted to go, mimicking me. But the thing is, I said, the priority right now is to get that damn book published. Priority one. I mean, literally, that is the main priority. Zoe, if you're watching this, I'm damn proud of you. You pulled yourself by the bootstraps, gave yourself a swift kick in the seat of your ass, and you got it done. I mean, literally, that takes a lot of courage, a lot of patience, and a lot of strength to pull yourself through till midnight, 2 a.m, writing away, hammering away, editing away. I mean, it is not an easy task when you got a shitty editor who did a half-assed, piss-poor job. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of the book that I'm entitled to. By Zoe's own words, you're entitled to only see what I show you. That's, it's fine. And I looked at it. I mean, literally, the thing is, there were so many different misspelled words. Zoe had to sit there, and I told Zoe at the time, this was like 6 months ago, right before Christmas, this editor is a waste of fucking money. That's the thing. And, that's one of the things that I really do not like is wasting money. But, the thing is, one of the big projects I'm working on right now, I can't divulge any info. I'm working on a project for Higgins, too, which I can't divulge that info is because of top secrecy. I took a vow of secrecy for Higgins and a vow to Zoe is the fact that the project, the one I'm working on right now, hinders on other people. And if other people, no offense to you lovey people watching this, other people, okay, this is what really irritates me. I like structure in my life, okay? I'm one of those people that I like structure. So if I say something like, look, let's plan to meet up soon, but make sure you get this damn book published first, for example. Yeah, she did it. We've met up many times after the book has been finished, and then she spent hours upon hours upon hours trying to get it finished. And then there was an error. And then there was this. And then there was that. And then it got fixed. But she did it. And I'm proud of her. Proud of sister would be proud. Yeah. And then you got other people. Okay. Zoe lives in a world where there's people like me, people like her dad, people like others, people like business associates she's got to rely on. Now, business associates as a prepper is something very big. Okay, I knew a lady, a neighbor of mine said to me, because we were talking the other day about inside connections. She's like, you must have high friends in high places. When I need something, I ask for it, but I don't like to owe favors. But comes to business associates, if you're going to do something, you carry out your job, your task first and foremost. Yeah. For example, you turn around, right? And you get everything lined up. You know exactly what you need to do. But there's a roadblock. That roadblock is, say, another person, business associate, says, oh, yes, I can do that. And then they delay it. Yeah. I mean, Mm-hmm. The roadblocks are there for a reason. The roadblocks are there for a reason, people. But thing is, you can't just sit there. And so, if there's a roadblock, for example, and this is how I was taught, you take the roadblock and you wait patiently. I mean, think about it. The roadblock is simple. You turn around, right? And what do? What do? You got to sit there, okay? You got to find some form of entertainment so you're not depressed. You don't like reading, okay? Watch TV. You don't like TV, watch a movie. You don't like watching movies, play video game. You don't do that, well, take a walk. Now, if it's raining and the weather's depressing you, you have to reinvent yourself. That's right. My mom said this many times. You reinvent yourself. I mean, literally, when it rains, I could read. I can play a video game. I can listen to music. I can laugh at things. Sometimes I'll play something from a video game clip, that could be 3 hours long because, this guy, different things and different things. I mean, look, the games that I play, like Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, not Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon and Rune Factory have things where, while you're basically building up a farm, like in Rune Factory 4, you become a prince or princess. And what do? You land on a dragon god's head. And instead of her eating you, you get turned into a prince or princess. And which is funny because the day before the dragon god's birthday, she says, "You're renting the biggest land in all of the realm." And I'm thinking, I've never had to pay for the land. You told me if I wanted to eat, I had to work. So what am I doing? They give you upgrades on fields. You can go from 1 field to 2 fields to 3 to 4 to 5. Then you're maxed out. Same with 5 rooms in your castle. They give you a castle chamber, which has multiple rooms, and you got to work your butt off. And then in the meantime, you got to woo 5 bachelors or bachelorettes, but the point is the story is there. You can engulf yourself for hours and not even know it. So my point is there is a way around depression. And if something is depressing like a roadblock, you go around the roadblock. Now, if it's something that's important, right? Like, for example, okay, let me give you an example, okay? One of the secrets to a good, successful life, okay, for prepping, for living, for encouragement, even the people that are depressed, is patience. You have to be patient. Yeah, you literally have to be patient. I know people tell me all the time, "Rita, how do you have the patience to deal with this person, this person, this person, this person?" Simple. You either put up or shut up, or you put up with them, or you deal with them, or you deal in rudeness. I could sit there, right? I knew one day someone yelled and screamed at me every obscenity under the sun on something stupid. You should sit there. Here's the Rune Factory 4, by the way. This is Rune Factory 3. I only started that recently. See what it's like. This one's pretty good. And I got like 800 hours on that game. Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. Great game. And then this is Rune Factory 5. 6 is due out sooner or later. I started this too. It's not bad. But I always go back to 4 for some reason. I think it's because of the royalty thing. But the point is when you're depressed, like I said, you could have. Thanks, Higgs. I think Higgins posted the link. Yeah. TWTRH. Well, what is this? Huh. Hold on a second. Let me put headphones on and click it from my main YouTube channel because, I'm not trying to. Here we go. I got headphones on. So, view your channel. Yes. So here we go. We lost 1 subscriber in the last. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh yeah, here it is. Is this it? So if you click on the first link, you'll get to Zoe's book. You click on Higgins' link. What is Higgins posting? Higgins, what did you post? Oh yeah, so Higgins posted the same thing. Thank you, Higgins. So Higgins posted the link so everyone can view it as well. Thank you, Higgs. So that is Zoe's book. Or even Higgins told me today he was excited that it finally got out. We were. But anyway, the point is when it comes to the book title, it is kind of, but it is more of a formal entertainment if you read it. But my point is the weather may be shitty, but there's many things you can do to make sure that the weather doesn't bring you down. Okay, now maybe you're a hermit. Maybe like someone like me doesn't like. Me and Higgins was talking today, right? The first thing out of Higgins' mouth, because we were conversing about games and put the project over, and I didn't brief him the whole time, but he just gave me the percentage. It's less than 20% of the games from Steam. 20% of the games are on Steam. 20%. The reason the rest are not on Steam, and I'll get that, Higgins is probably like, oh, yes, I'd like to know, is let me open up my old folders. I have new folders, my new laptop. This one's old, so this one's designed a little different. This one's actually based off of series. I'm not changing this. I can update it. It has been updated. Okay, so basically, it goes like this. This one has not even retired, so I'm here and I'm on YouTube for a minute. So let me get back to you, please.
All right, quick.
So, for example, some of these games, Arc the Lad, for example, is Sony exclusive for the PlayStation 1. You can get it on EMU, but you cannot get it on Steam or on the Switch. Atelier games.
I feel like we have been talking a lot lately. I just feel like we're coming distant.
We're not being distant, but I'm doing a video, so I'll be with you soon, and then I'll start gaming again. So give me a couple minutes because I got to sign off soon, anyways, and to call Poppy. So the next one on the list is Atelier. That is mostly all on Switch and Steam. So there you go.
We can talk on the phone while we're both gaming. We'll just be on speaker.
Then there's Blue Dragon. Again, that's a Miss Walker almost exclusive for DS. There is the Xbox version, Xbox 360. Then you go down the list, a Dark Cloud, nothing. Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 is also on both Steam and the Switch. Dragon Quest Monsters, mostly not. Dragon Quest, mostly not. They're a Switch. You can get it on Switch 1, 2, and 3. Then you got some of the Final Fantasy games. I was going to give Higgins a list and have him track down based off of my notes. I think it's like Final Fantasy X and X2, and Final Fantasy 12 is on Steam, as well as 13 and 13.2. 13 and 13.2 is not on Switch. So then you go down the list. Fire Emblem's a Nintendo propriety. They ain't going to put it on Steam. Final Fantasy games, you can get 1 through 6 on Steam, 7 through 9 on Steam if you want the old PlayStation 1 versions, the remakes. Meh. Then you go down the list. You got Full Metal Alchemist, not available. Golden Sun, another Nintendo propriety. And then you got Grand Kingdoms, I haven't checked on. You got Golden Grand Kingdom. Grandia, which is 1 and 2, is all on all systems. So that's both Switch and PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Steam. Then you go down the list, like Harvest Moon's on a lot of systems. I can actually look that one up if I wanted to. Then you got Hyper Dimension or Hoshigami, which is PS1 and DS exclusives. Then you got Legend of Heroes, which is on all systems, Lost Kingdoms, Nintendo only, Lufia, which is only on DS and older system, Luminous Arc, again, DS only. Lunar Series, I heard the Lunar Series is on Steam. I have to confirm that, but you know, Monokimia, again, not Mario RPGs. And the Mario series, it's a Nintendo propriety. Then you can put it on Steam. Miscellaneous games, which is like 60 some games, various types. It may or may not be there. NIS may put the Prenny series, so you may get 6 or 8 of those out of 70. Mugen Souls is on Steam. The only one of the Ogre Battle games that is on Steam and in all systems is the remake of Tactics Ogre. Then you go down the list, you got Paper Mario, again, Nintendo propriety, so I'm speeding this up. Persona, which is on all systems, 3 through 5 is all on thing. I don't think Persona 1 and 2 is on PC. I could look that up, though. Then you have Sega's Fantasy Star. They actually have it. They're selling like a few of their games on emulation through Steam, so you can get those. Record of Agarest, again, that's only on Steam and PS3, PS4. Rune Factory, again, 3, 4, and 5 is on Steam. Now, Higgins is probably sitting there looking at me, but you just showed Rune Factory 3, 4, and 5. I know, that's my point. My point is if you're going to invest in a handheld system like I told Chloe, these are physical games, okay? We're almost done, peeps. Shadow Hearts, again, Sony exclusive. Shining Force, Sega exclusive. Star Ocean, they've started remaking them, so yeah, they're on Steam. Square Enix. Suikoden 1 and 2 is on Steam as well as most systems. You have Summon Nights, which is DS and GBA exclusives. Tales, their various games are on. Some of them are on Steam, not all of them. Untold Legends, Sony. Valhalla Knights, I believe that's a Sony exclusive. Valkyrie Profile, I don't know if that's on Steam. That's a Square Enix thing. If Square Enix could put Final Fantasy out, I think they could put Valkyrie Profile. White Knight Chronicles, I believe that's on Steam too. Wild Arms, a Sony exclusive. Xenosaga series is Sony exclusive. The Yi series, which is Exceed Marvelous, which is also in charge of an NIS. I think they're part of those that's a series system. That's on Steam. Yi's 1 and 2, 3, 4. 5, I believe. 6 is skipped. 7, 8, and 9, and then they're waiting for 10. And then finally, as you all know, The Legend of Zelda is a Nintendo propriety, which means so you take all the first-person systems from the past and you condense it down. What you got left is third-party software that's making for various systems to milk the cash cow. So, anywho, got to get going sooner. But for depression, you need to basically think. I'm trying to teach people. I should set up a course on YouTube how to beat depression. Because it is what it is. So, anyways, I worry about people. I worry about my friends. Like I said, the roadblocks are not my fault. I left my ringer on. Only ones that called was Social Security to nag me about Chloe's letters. Oh, we didn't get the Chloe's letter yet. All right. Well, went out. Question is, how long is it going to take? Usually the mail service is going down the toilet too. Zoe made a joke the other day I should be postmaster. Or was it Zoe or was it Trish? One of them said I should be postmaster in this town. That lightened my spirits. Made me funny. I don't have the qualification to be postmaster. Maybe Higgins do. Hello, I'm Higgins. My back hurts. See, I had to make fun of Higgins. My back hurts. I've been standing all day. My back hurts. Anywho, so. Anywho, so I'm going to log off, you guys, but just remember, pick up a copy. If you don't have $15 plus tax and shipping, pick up the $8 Kindle if you have a Kindle or Kindle reader. Indulge in the Zoe book. Zoe took 3 years to write it. Now it should take you 1 week to read it or less. Maybe you can read it in 5 days. Maybe we'll give you a 4-day challenge to start. Hell, if it's maybe all you need is 24 to 48 hours. But anyways, you need to read the book. You don't know what you're missing. So with that said, everyone, yes, I'm a book salesperson too. And we're sponsored by Zoe now. So maybe tomorrow I will discuss my project on the gaming consoles a little more detail and explain it to you guys more. But right now I'm on standby for another 24 hours until I get confirmation of what's going on for the project to move forward, because I'd like to get this moving forward eventually, if it's possible. Because, I know as well as you. And then there's going to be prepping, We need to keep on prepping. That's what I did. I put my food bank order in. And as you all know, there's some big, epic, upcoming news coming up soon. I will let you all know by the 15th of May. Maybe even push it back to May 30th. However, May the 30th or May 31st, I think it's the end of the month. It's May 31st. Is that a day I am going to indulge. No, not that day. No. Close to Fiona's death date now. So, anywho, I'll check in with you guys soon. So, thanks for watching, everyone. And stay tuned for another video tomorrow. In the meantime, I got to cater to Chloe, Poppy, and myself. And I will email Higgins after I'm done with Poppy, I think, to explain the 20%, I think. Or maybe he'll email me, understanding that a lot of these first-party supports don't support Steam, which means that's why it limits it from 100% down to 20%, because the other 80% of first-party support, which don't want to be on Steam. So we'll talk soon. But depression, there's always a way around it. Yeah. Just be happy, be safe, relax. Yeah. Meantime, it looks like it's starting to rain. So, yeah. So please add, subscribe, please post comments, please leave feedback, suggestions, hit the like, subscribe button, so some fun for your family, including your dogs and cats and bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button, keep the comments nice, all we ask. Thank you. And God bless you in everything you do.